Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, DisBearity here, and we're back with the Bearden Talk, episode 19. I'm here with Mr. Anansi here. You can say hello, do whatever you want to do. Folks know who you is. he's a good friend of mine, and also another co-host of the podcast. So we're here to discuss something that this is like a most recent thing. Okay, I wouldn't call it recent, but at least for me, is toxicity in gaming. Okay, so the question that we're going to ask for like the main topic here is it going to be here? Is it going to be here forever, or is it going to go away? That's the question that we're going to have to ask, that we're going to be talking about here. And so for our first topic here, smack talk versus toxicity. How far should it go? So, Anansi, I'm going to start out with you first. What is your thoughts on this?
Damn. You had to slow me in it. No, I'm joking.
I mean, if I gotta go first, it's okay. You're the guest. You're the guest.
I got the answer.
All right.
Um, you know, gaming is camaraderie, and if people don't know what camaraderie is, friendship, comradeship, and all that. I grew up like people say I grew up like a New Yorker in the way of how I grew up in fighting game scene or in the gaming scene in total.
Yeah.
Because people go like, you're in FGC yourself, DisBearity, so like how you go to the bodegas and there's probably a Capcom versus Marvel machine there, or you go to the arcades and there's one there, and then you see someone who's nice in your area, and then someone's nice in the next area, and you go to that arcade or that bodega, and then there's a match there, and you talk smack with each other and all, but then you learn to have that friendship.
Oh yeah.
And then we also grew up later on when online made the scene, became the toxic era. That was the friendship era. Like in Mortal Kombat, when you hit friendship.
Honestly, I want to say, like, for me, like, I met some of my good friends, honestly, I met from smack talking. Like, man, I'll beat your ass in this game. I'm gonna shoot you down in this game. We just talked so much. Like, we hated each other, right? And then we just become, like, at the end of the game, like, we send each other friend requests and shit just to play. Like, yo, you wanna be friends, bro? Guess what? we're friends.
That's what it was. And then the thing is, like, the toxic era came in. It was just like you got told your every word under the sun, and then you just learn from the smack talk era to talk your shits and keep it moving, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
Now it's more of he's toxic. I'm like, you have every right to go and call me not every word under the sun, but every way to smack talk me and check me. People are like, we're in the FGC, right? I'm literally like, I'm rusty. Like, if I give me a fighting game, I couldn't even do Tiger Crouch I can't even do that no more. I can't even say that no more. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's like, that is an integral input in fighting games, because you should know that. That's just standard. But I can't do that no more. I leave that to my young boy. I leave that to my brother. He has it. He has the knack.
Yeah.
He knows how to slap.
I was gonna say, that's the thing. Like, okay, let's make an example here. Like, let's say Call of Duty, right? And actually, most recent, and most like let's say 8 iterations of Call of Duty, I guess from Black Ops 2, because they added that feature, right, where when you kill somebody, right, you can hear them say something. Like, you kill them, they're like, motherfucker, you fucking bitch, stuff like that. It's there. It's they're smack talking. Like, it's not going to affect me. In that type of way, come like I'm getting under their skin. I'm killing them up. I'm beating them down. I'm doing it. And then now, like, at least now in 2020, because like you said, we grew up in the era where people, I don't want to bring up the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, but I'm about to bring them up because that's the thing. That happened. It literally happened. And so nowadays, you say, well, people, y'all just being toxic. Y'all just be talking. No, there's a difference between toxicity and smack talk. I'm going to give y'all a big example here. So I recently, about last year, I got banned in League of Legends for about 2 weeks. Okay? I got banned because I got so mad. Well, I wouldn't call it like this. I'll give you an example here. This one guy was being toxic to everybody on the team. Yeah, did this guy actually eventually get under my skin? Yes. he got under my skin because he was calling everybody dog crap, and he was like the best all god player on the team. Okay, I said, how about you shut up, sit down, and KYS. As you guys know, KYS means kill yourself. And so I guess that person reported me because no one else did, but that person reported me, and I got banned for that, right? And so I contacted Riot. I was like, so Riot, let me get this straight. You're going to let this guy call everyone dog crap, dog shit, dog this, or whatever, but you're going to ban me because I said that. Okay, Riot came up and said, well, you know what? If you didn't say KYS, you wouldn't have been banned. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yes, you would not have been banned. But because you said KYS, because that is when I say because KYS is a way that is pure toxicity right there. Because you're telling somebody who this person or anybody could be in a mental kind of situation, and they could possibly do so. But that was actually a recent experience, and that kind of shows you like a big difference there, what smack talking is, and what being toxic. But people now even now, for the most part here, everything's just toxic. It's actually quite insane. I don't know. Go ahead. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
Nah, like with that situation I think that's unfair because you have to have, for me, I feel you have to be biased. If you get the ban, I mean, not the ban for a couple of days, so should they. Because at the end of the day, words are impressionable as well. Like, if you're going to go and say, fair enough, you did say you're toxic and you checked yourself. Most people are not going to do that. Like, I've always said this, like I said on the podcast recently, like, if you are going to go and not hear what I have to say or hear me out, then I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
And that's what, and then a lot of the times with the toxicity in gaming, the times when people call people toxic is just because they can't handle someone knows how to use those exploits in the game.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking at, exploits. Some people get mad at it, and I can understand that. And sometimes you change and refrain from it. And it's okay. Like little brother, he's not like the new generation when it comes to with fighting games. Or games in general. He's like me from the old school. Because he's freakishly good at video games. He's been playing since he was like 5. Before you even could read, he could figure out how to play video games and finish them and 100% complete them, even though he could read. I'm like, this must be something really wrong with me that I can't beat. He's just freakishly good. He knows to smack talk. He's good at smack talking. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
He said he knows it himself. He would get banned in places because the way he slaps back. A lot of these toxic people, like even LG showed us the other day in the All Out chat that he went and V'd a woman. And she's like, I'm not gonna fight Jax no more. I'm like, you dumb woman. You literally walked into that move. You're not nice like that. But then you're gonna call this man toxic and whatnot and say, oh, you looking cute and all that, and then you say women should be head in video games and stuff like that. That's not the way. Get nice, and I'm gonna acknowledge those women who are nice at video games, and I'm gonna go check out this sister.
Yeah.
Check how good she's looking now. Check out this brother. This brother's nice, right? These are that doesn't happen no more. Everyone wants things on a silver platter. Like everyone wants EDC mode in the game. They don't want to try normal. They don't want to try hard. They always want to complain, and that's the toxicity there. The smack talk, there's nothing wrong with the smack talk as long as you're respectable in that way. Like if you can go and say, like yourself, you checked yourself, you understand what you said was wrong, that person also should be in check, right? Should know that.
Even for you know what, matter of fact, speaking of which, I even asked Riot, I said, right, so what's gonna happen with this other guy? Well, all they told me was, well, we're going to check on him. We're gonna scope him out or whatnot and see what's up. They didn't do it. They didn't do anything unless they would have chat banned him. Because chat banning him is you just can't type and chat for covers on many games, right? And so he's like, well, we're not going to tell you whatever happens. So I'm like, okay, well, that's perfectly fine. But, you just can't if you want to ban me for saying KOS, you need to ban this dude for bringing down everybody else's, motivation within the game. Like, just being real. Now, back in my early days of League of Legends, though, I was I admit I was a very toxic person. But nowadays, I don't really chat too much with people because you know why? I don't bring this up. Because in most video games, in 2022, all right, have the mute options. They have the block options. You got options, okay? So whenever I play League, for the most part, I mute everybody, including my own team, and I do my own thing, and I vibe because you know what? I'm playing this game for me. I'm not playing this game to waste time and
Yeah.
chat to somebody. You know, even in like multiplayer games, like Call of Duty, or even fighting games. You know, these people could be talking, chat in the lobbies. Guess what? You can mute them for they can't break down. You know, they can't break your mental. And, you know, and one way in fighting games that people like to smack talk that it's not vocal, but what they like to do is teabag. That's what they like to
Mm.
do, because you know why? Most people think that
Yeah.
it's toxic for
Yeah.
them teabag. I mean, in a way it
Uh,
is, but though, like
mm.
it's to get into your mental. Now, what I will say this
Yeah.
though, about a year ago, I was playing this game called Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Great game, by the way.
Yeah.
I did my first online match in that game. My first one, casual match. The dude was level 950. Okay, I'm like level 5, still trying to get into the game stuff. The man what's my ass was teabagging. He said, "Bro, why are you teabagging me?" It's like, as you see here, it's already a skill gap. What do you mean? you have no, you have no right to teabag me. Now I can understand. I was like around the same level as you. Sure, go ahead, that's fine. But bruh, you put in more
Bro,
time than me.
he would send a message. He's like, "You better know your place." Like,
Pretty.
I've seen LG do that too much times. I've seen LG. I've seen OGs in the games like Yipes and Justin One when I be lurking in their streams, or even Aki. Like them guys know how to teabag. They know how to get disrespectful.
Yeah.
But they're OGs in FGC, and I have to respect it. Like for me, yeah, if people teabag you, you know what's gonna happen. You know the disrespect's there, and there's no way for you guys to be cool after that. Maybe if you smack talking your friends and the camaraderie's there, then cool. But if I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you. I'm letting you have the franks.
Yeah.
It's just the way I grew up in the FGC. I used to go Banco Arcade in London. Tekken was there. Of the mad guys there, and they will tell me I'm nice, and then I'll get some Italian guy calling me out my name. I'll be like, yo, that's when I started learning a bit of Italiano. Then when I was like, yo, this is the different levels. There was levels to Tekken 5 to 6 in Namco back then, and I was just learning how to play the game.
Yeah.
No one came. Teabags, mama, this that. But at the end of the day, we became cool people and friends, and I just feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to the disrespect, like depends on how you are dealing with your mental at the time. Because sometimes you get teabag and someone disrespects you, you're just gonna like, I don't like that. Sometimes
Yeah.
we rage quit. You know, people have to know about the rage quit. The rage
Oh
quit is
yeah.
real. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
people gotta learn how to handle that sometimes. I'm not. I'm good at rage quitting because I've done that all my like teen life with the like Call of Duty era. I didn't really grow up playing like quad like that
Hmm.
until like I had my friend Hamza. Like he was into that. We were meant to make our own clan and stuff, GTA. But this guy was on it.
Hmm.
It's only like nowadays, like Destiny. When I was like, I stopped playing Destiny like 3 years ago because my motion sickness was just kicking in. And then when I was coming back, they were like
Yeah.
all these paywalls and like, nah, forget it. And I was on the Xbox side. I wasn't on PlayStation because Bungie recently bought PlayStation. That's a whole nother can of worms, but that's where most Destiny players are at. They're on PlayStation or PC.
Yeah.
Xbox is a whole different game. It's like toxic era all over again. Call of Duty and everything. So I'm just defending myself against Australians calling me every name after the sun. Some guy telling me how he wants to 1v1 me, and I give him the franks. I teabagged him. I told him about his mama and then how I'm his daddy. My man was like, I made sure I deleted the message after, then I reported him and he got 3 days off Xbox. Because that's how savage I was. I just didn't care. Like, if you curse me out, I'm just going to do the same thing to you, but I'm going to make sure that you get banned for the next couple of days. And then afterwards, when they asked me what happened, I said, yeah, you called me my mama. Here's the proof. And the screenshot and all that. And
And
I was
that's
like, where's your man?
and that's
Yeah,
something I want to like drawn into. It's like gaming communities too, because there are plenty of gaming communities out there that are very, very toxic. League of Legends gets the most for being toxic, because it's a competitive game. But also, I hear Overwatch is the same way. Even now, Dead by Daylight is the same way. And let me tell you something: with the Dead by Daylight community, there are a bunch of hypocrites when it comes to toxicity, because at one point in time, let's say example. I mean, example here. The survivor side, right, will teabag killers, do whatever they, because you can't talk in game. So the one way to get a killer's attention is to teabag them to show them disrespect, right? And so people be like, "You're so," they'll say as far as y'all are so toxic, to teabag the killer. Okay, but here's the same thing: those same people will turn around, play survivor, and then teabag the killer too. So it's like, damn, y'all are really hypocrites, huh? Y'all, like, what? And so, like, you know, that's just one example of that community being toxic. And then you have Overwatch, and also you have Overwatch, Call of Duty, like I guess you could say like any competitive um game has some type of toxicity or smack talking in it for the most part. Especially in like those most competitive games. 'Cause, if you're playing a team game, people are going to call you trash, you suck, you know, this, that, and the third. So it's like, how can you personally handle that? And like I said earlier, a lot of the cases, people will say, well, you can mute, you can mute and stuff, and that's true. You definitely can get away from it. You can mute it, you can do whatever that you can, but then the majority of people don't though, and the reason
Yeah.
why is that they want to post it somewhere on social media so that they can say, "Hey, look at this person," especially if you're a content creator or a streamer.
Yeah.
Look at this person. That's toxic. This person being toxic. Get them. I'm like, no, I don't think that was toxicity. I think it was just more so smack talking. And if I say that you are trash, then you are trash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, like I just feel like with that whole thing, when people do stuff of that nature, they keep telling you that, oh well, I think I think the reason why the toxicity and the what's it called, um, is there in gaming is because of Gamergate.
Yeah,
No one actually was talking about toxicity in gaming and all that until politics, until gaming it became $1 billion company. Think about it. Competitive gaming's been out for a long time, since the 80s, and it's only now picking up steam. But it's a multi-million now slash $1 billion um you know company
yeah,
slash
coming,
thing
yeah.
like
Hmm.
gaming has become. And now it's only this thing's been checked. Why hasn't it been checked for time? And it's just funny that the politics had to affect all this,
Yeah,
right? You never saw this happen. Toxicity, and like someone, if someone called me, and I'll say it, someone called me a nigger,
yeah,
they weren't kicked from the community. They were checked. They were probably told to take a week or so from they couldn't be around in the space or the arcade or something like that because it went too far. They
yeah,
will resolve the matter, and then afterwards that would have been done. But no one does that. Even when we mute people and all that, like it's just something I think the internet's weird about, that we have to go and attack a person instead of making them learn. I think the best thing I learned from other preach was recently that you were too obsessed from making people pay than making people learn.
yeah,
I think that's a key trait that the gaming community could do. You don't want to deal with these people that make you feel a certain way and make you feel angry and aggressive, and you get easily, just mute them like you said, or block
yeah,
them, or don't play with them. My brother does that. He gets mad, but he don't, like, he throws the controller and all that, and I have to learn how to fix the Xbox and the PS4 controller recently. I don't even like PS4.
right.
I like PlayStation. I don't like PlayStation. I grew up on Xbox and Nintendo. And when Sega was still around, like I liked Sega. Like Sega, make sure you bring back a console. Like, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But like that was my era. And the
Hmm.
fact is, like, when we block people now, it's just like, what's the point of that? Oh, this guy called me a homophobic slur, so I'm gonna go and tell Twitter, like, they care. I bet this guy probably has several accounts, and he's just gonna make a new one. Uh,
Yep.
once you go, oh well, the same thing happens in Destiny all the time. Like, they always go. That's why I don't play, because it's gone too political now. So if I say something, if I'm edgy and we're all black and we have like an inside joke, right, where we called our clan a certain name, and we go and express that to the Bungie creators, they will ban us because they don't care, because
Yeah.
that's going against TOS, or else that's racist and homophobic, and it's usually some not homophobic. Well, it is when they say, they will usually say it's racist or homophobic or some
Yeah.
sort of ish
Some
all the
type of
time
phobic.
without
Yeah.
even some type of whatever. and then and the person that usually calls it out is someone who's not black or not white or whatever, and it's just like, well, not white. I mean white, I should say. Sorry, my
Yeah.
bad. But like, you know what I mean. But
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just sad. It's just like, I'm like, if we're gonna go and move off from like this kind of toxicity, and you ask, do I think it'll ever go? I don't think it won't. Like, we're always gonna find spaces where we grew up in that toxic era and people are still gonna think like that.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that, because then I won't get told I'm toxic, or I won't get told I'm wrong if we just have smack talk.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that I can go. You could call, like, DisBearity could call me, yeah, you're that British nigga with the annoying voice, and I can say, yeah. And then I could go, DisBearity looks like Steve Urkel head looking ass with the glasses, but we all know you know, it's all jokes at the end of the day. It's all jokes at the end of the day, because we just cool and we're loving it. And I love coming in the streams with you and Aki and LG and even Riddler, and I'm just learning a lot how you guys just be like, this is how gaming was, this is how gaming should be, and I feel like that's the era that's what I miss, that people can come, like, if we had like some, like, if we had like this, and someone could educate the youth and say, this is the difference between toxicity, this is the difference between smack talking, a lot of things would be solid.
Another thing that people got to understand too is that, like, this is what you call the internet, where these people are, they're real, but they're not real. And what I mean by that is, they're not going to jump through the TV and get you, right? They're talking smack, trying to get under your skin. That's all that it is. These people, especially it's when we all do it, you know, we're here to get under your skin, under each other's skins, you know. And so people just got to realize that, just play your game. Like, I'm not stopping you from playing your game. You stopping yourself from playing your game. If we're playing, especially if we're playing a fighting game, and I'm getting under your skin, and you feel like, and that's me doing working my magic to get you to mess up and fuck up. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah, he's done his job. He's done his job.
And you,
especially with fighting games, you know it.
And if you can't, take control of that, and kind of like, okay, because that's what I do. Is like, if someone's getting on the risk, I'm like, okay, breathe real quick, let me concentrate, let me get back in it, and let me whoop some ass. That's exactly what I do. You improve on your skill. And this is just with any type of game. And so, like, yeah, like, will toxicity ever go away? No. But what you have to do is stand your ground and stand firm and talk shit back. I believe there was a fellow female, what's her name, Melanie Mack, I think, or something like that, on Twitter, I think. She recently made a video about a couple weeks back stating, like, women, especially when it comes to women in gaming. She's basically saying, women, if you trying to game with the guys, you got to game with the guys. You got to talk your shit. Quit trying to get your feelings hurt. If a guy tells you go into the kitchen and you go make a sandwich, you tell that nigga to go get a job. Something like that,
Thank you.
Get off.
Thank you. That's what. It's crazy. Like, when I was younger, when we found out certain games when women play video games, we found that sexy, but then we found it even more respectable. We would be like, if you could talk to us like you were one of the fellas, we never checked you in that whole of way after that. We didn't think you were like sexy and all that. We thought you were serious and then you were about your craft. You were about, if you played FGC with us, like a big example, I grew up playing Tekken.
Yeah.
Tekken Tag Team, Tekken 3, Tekken 5. That's when I came back to Tekken and I went in the arcades and actually fought. And people actually said when I went on PS3, even though Xbox was the one, PS3, they said I was nice. And a lot of the time with the women, they were on Call of Duty, I wasn't nice at the shooters at the time. Now I'm probably iffy, but they would always say it could handle themselves. A lot of those women could handle themselves, and we respect them. Like, if you told you go, like, do you know what online gamer Records Tartuga, Aaron the online gamer?
Yeah, I heard of him.
You remember?
Yeah.
Boom, bitch, headshot, bitch, go make me a sandwich. Yeah, headshot. That was my era. That's how most niggas out on the internet. And like, you just see him, like, if you had a girl like that, what was it? Her name was Becky or something ironic. But then Becky would come back. Shut up. Go and
Like
get a
that.
job. You waste. Go fuck out of here. Oh wait. Oh, I would never go out with some bitch who has a 30 AD killed rate. I'm on 105. Like I respect that more than some. Oh, he said, go back in his. Hey, swifter than a ninja. I would have been like that. I would have been I would have caught some hip hop at you, and I would have made you feel dirty. I would have made you go and teabag on you, want some finish, and I would have been like, yo, people say I have a high voice. I know. On technology, for some weird reason, my voice is high, but when in real life it's more deeper. I don't care. I just come and wreck shiz, and then I'll just go and say, "Who has the high voice now? Suck a dick, nigga." It's intimidating. I'll go like Chris Rock with it. Yeah. Besides me get slapped by Will Smith, I wouldn't have it. But like, yeah, what you're saying is true. I miss the times where women could just defend themselves, and I feel like a lot of women feel like they want to be either white knighted in video gaming, and I don't think that's gonna be a correct way. I think most women need to learn to just hold their own in the smack talk and leave the toxicity where it is, in the like trash can, because at the end of the day, we are in like levels to this. Like I think one more example I want to mention is
Go ahead.
Punk versus Sonic Fox. Punk knows how to troll to a T to get under people's skin. Like I remember there's times when you see how I got my do-rag now?
Yeah.
You have that Pikachu hat and he just smothering it. And you know COVID's now. Like imagine COVID back then.
Oh
And
yeah.
I heard Sonic Fox is a germaphobe. Sonic Fox had to go ultra instinct and go mad on him. He went Jiren / Goku on Punk just to put him in his place. You gotta be like that. If you can't deal with a troll, then don't come in the space. But if you can deal with the troll and someone who is a troll, I know how to come at you even in a better way, but with respect. If you come and tell me, "Hey, Anansi, your trolling is a bit too much for me. You need to dial it down or stop, please." My DM's are always open.
That's another issue though. People they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to tell you like and then they because I had this happen many times before, but that's a conversation for another day. Where I had many people, you know, they always want to bottle their emotions in, and then one day you really mess up, and they want to burst out at you. Well, you could have, and you'd be like, well, friend, whatever, or not friend, whatever. You know, you'd be like, friend, you could have just told me this months ago instead of just bottling it. Like, do you think I couldn't handle it? And that's the thing, you know. To kind of close out on this, we're gonna give out closing like statements on this. Is that there is a major difference between toxicity and smack talk. There is. It's just up to you, the person, to determine what is going to be smack talk to you. You know, like I said, if you say stuff like kill yourself or drink bleach, stuff like that, then yes, that is very, very toxic, and you should be held accountable for that, because again, it's all about the person's mental state. But if you're just telling people say, hey, you suck, or you can't do this, you're useless, stuff like that, that's just smack talk to get either A, to get you pumped up, or B, to get you to get off the game. Either way. But that's just how I feel like it's like. It just depends on how you handle it. And, you know, if everyone these past like 5-6 years, they've just been starting. I don't want to say been starting. They've just been more sensitive now to a lot of things. Like everybody's getting their feelings hurt with the most smallest things. I don't know, that stuff like that. It just got to change, you know. But all you can do, like I said, is use the tools that the devs or whoever created the game gave you. You know, mute them, block them, block the chat. There are multiple ways that you can do so. If you don't want to do that, then that is not the dev's problem. That is your fault. That is on you. You got any close close out with?
I think I'll just elaborate a little bit, like a minute. They're saying this. I'm like, I think DisBearity's right. You know, I feel like just have a conversation if you feel that it's going into toxicity, and then learn the difference between the toxicity and smack talk. And once that smack talk is established, go and crack the most jokes you can and learn to smack the jokes. Learn from the comedy greats, or learn from the like FGC or, you know, shooters or whatever greats that, you know, when they talk smack talk, they know what they're doing. A big suggestion for you guys who want to learn how to smack talk. And I've seen Yipes. The guy,
Yeah.
he's a legend. He can talk this, but also back it.
Yeah.
So when I said about me and DisBearity earlier, DisBearity's gonna come at me twice as hard next time when we do all our podcasts.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and that's the future. That's my message to the youth when it comes to that.
Yep, and I appreciate that. So we're gonna go ahead and close out this Bearden Talks episode here. Again, I'm your host DisBearity here. So if you guys always enjoyed this video, definitely consider liking and subscribing. Also, if you want to be a supporter of my content, definitely consider subscribing to me on Patreon. That is very important. You can subscribe to as low as $2 a month. That is literally $2. You can buy me a sandwich with that. And I want to say thank you to Anansi for joining me for today. I really appreciate you hopping on in with me. Thank you very much, sir.
And likewise for helping me, giving me the platform as well. So thanks out for the road.
Not a problem. If you ever want to be in any future episode, just let me know. I usually let people throughout the week or throughout the month know like what's my next episode's going to be about, and that we can then talk more. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, my name is DisBearity, y'all. Peace out. Thank you, Anansi. And much love, everybody. Y'all have a good one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.